Morning, everybody. It is going to be another beautiful day, so come along for the ride. Let's see what we can get into. It's Friday the 13th. What could go wrong today, right? Well, last night I worked a little late. By the time I got home, ate dinner, went to bed, it was late enough I didn't edit yesterday's video, so I posted it this morning. Dog barking across the street. So watch that. This morning I got to go on another nature hike out to get the side-by-side because I left it in the field all night long. We need to spray pre-emergent on everything we planted yesterday, so we can get that done. Then we need to get the big tractor hooked to the disc and go bust open some more ground. I've got 1, 2, 3, I've got 4 fields left here in this county to do, and then we can move to the next county. The fields that I got going on left to do here, one's a 40-acre chunk that's way over there, another one is a 60-acre chunk way that way, and then there's like a couple 10-acre chunks laying around. So it's going to be a lot of bouncing around and time to do them. But first things first, let's go on the nature hike. Here we are, just a walking. It seems like every year I walk. Whether you're hiking half mile, mile. I think the longest I've ever walked was 2 miles. That was because nobody was around to give me a ride, and the tractor was at a field a couple miles from the farm and broke down, and I couldn't move the tractor, so I had to walk back to the farm to get some tools and get my truck and go back to the farm. But it happens. Not the first time, won't be the last, I'm sure, but it is a beautiful morning out, and I love going out and enjoying nature. So it's a good start to the day. Need to get this old girl started and warming up. That stupid dog. All that dog does is bark, 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 bark. No problem. Okay, problem. Let me show you what we got going on. So on this far right wing, I apparently got a little too close to a bush. So now I need to fix this. That's supposed to connect right there like so. Yeah, that's an issue. Well, let's get that fixed and then we can go out and spray. Let's see what kind of damage we can get done here. I don't know if this adjustable goes this high. Oh, it does. Cool. Uh-oh. Houston, we may have a problem here. We do have a problem. It's a plastic fitting with a metal wrench. Not working. Tried different means. They like glued it in too. Guess we'll figure this one out. Okay, I got the piece off. I'm glad I shut the camera off because I used a few words that were not YouTube friendly, but it didn't come out easy, but it came out. So now I gotta go find a part like this, whether it be at Home Depot, TSC, Family Farm and Home. Some places gotta have it. It's just a little threaded in plastic piece with a barb on the end of it. All right, I got my new part. At Home Depot, these pieces are only like $2. So because they're cheap enough, I buy crap. Because these parts are cheap enough, I buy 2 of them. That way if something happens, I have a spare. Which way do I want to go with this? This way. And problem is, it's Ford blue, not John Deere green, but hey, we'll keep that to ourselves. But it's kind of comical when I go into Home Depot looking for these parts, because I always get that one goofball that works there as I'm staring at into the abyss of plumbing. I get the one goofball that comes up and goes, "Can I help you with something?" I go, "Yeah, I'm looking for one of these." "Oh, well, what's it off of?" "Well, seeing as how you ask, it's off of 4730 John Deere self-propelled sprayer." And he always looks at you funny, and he goes, "Well, don't you want to go to a John Deere dealer for that part?" "No, I don't have Home Depot money. I have farmer money, so I have to save money." Idiots. Now comes the true test to see if it's leaking. Well, looks good. Cool, that's fixed. Now we can go spray. I love it when a plan comes together. And now with that blue part on there, we're all fancy, you know, fancy like Applebee's on a date night. I'm in a 10-acre field here, and it's pretty square with no obstacles. Because spraying is such a fast-paced thing to do, because we're traveling at a high rate of speed across the field, and usually there's obstacles, and this is a 100-foot wide boom, it kind of gets hard to film and spray at the same time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a place somewhere out there for you guys to ride on, and I'm going to put it in fast forward, and that way you can kind of see me spray a 10-acre field. I'm not going to be able to get the whole boom, I don't think. And I need to find a place that you're not going to bounce off. That I think is going to be the key. So let's find a place for you guys to ride. That wasn't bad. To be honest with you, I thought you guys were going to fall off the boom there, but apparently this is a pretty good magnet mount. I did, however, while we were spraying, I found a piece of metal over here in the field that I'm going to grab. Looks like a bar sticking up. Hopefully I can grab it. It's not buried too deep. I've been finding more metal in the fields this year, and I think it's that field cultivator, the new field cultivator, just brings everything right to the surface, which we haven't run one in quite a few years, so we don't have things coming to the surface very much, except for this year. It's kind of hard to see what's going on at the implements back there. There's 2 implements back there, if you can kind of see them. Tractor's still pulling good, so either the tractor will bog down and there'll be something wrong, or it'll take off like a rocket, and then I'll know something's wrong. Good news, bad news scenario. Bad news is I got a wheel bearing out on the crumbler. As you can see, not good. Good news is I just got into this field, and it's a 60-acre field. It's pretty good size, and I don't need that wheel on to continue doing what I'm doing. I just need that wheel on to move to the next field. So I'm going to pull that wheel off, put it on the frame here, just bungee or strap it onto the frame and keep rolling. A lot of people probably don't realize what these crumblers do. We pull it behind the disc. If you look at the ground, this is freshly disked. If you see, disc does a nice job busting up the ground. But it's clumpy. Now behind the rolling baskets go and they spin and they bust those clumps up. So behind the rolling baskets, it looks like this. So it makes a big difference. But yeah, I gotta get the wheel off now. But I can keep rolling, at least get this 60 acres done. And then while I'm doing this 60 acres, I'm gonna call and figure out where I can get parts for this thing. There, that should be fine, right? I mean, it's got 2 bungees on it. I guess if it falls off, we'll know why, huh? Well, Friday the 13th strikes again. We had a broken sprayer today, and now we've got the wheel bearing out on the crumbler. Awesome. Good news is sprayer's fixed. Another good news is I called a local company. They've got the wheel bearing in stock and they're going to set it aside for me. So I guess after I get done with this field, I'm going to go for a motorcycle ride and pick up the wheel bearings, because they're only, you know, this big around. They're small. They'll fit in a saddlebag. So I'll get some riding in. Alright, parts people are going to set the parts out for us so we can go up and get them. What better parts go-getter than the old beat-up farm bike? Let's go get some parts. Well, got my parts, put 102 miles on the motorcycles, and we went to dinner. So, turned out to be a decent Friday the 13th after all. Alright guys, I will talk to you guys later. I appreciate every one of you. Thanks for watching.